Welcome back, everybody, to this week's episode of the Effing Podcast. Today, we are talking about some news that's broke since last week. We're doing a quick season recap, and then we also got a good episode of F1 and things and stuff. Today, we're breaking down college things as F1 things. So stay tuned. Let's do this.
It's Effing Podcast. Yeah, we're recording. We're just throwing right into it. It's
cool.
Silly season. That sucks.
Yeah.
I really wish there were races going on, but there's not, so we're going to fill it with content.
No, we got, 4 weeks, I think, before we have our next race.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a sad time in F1, you know?
Okay, so I was thinking, yes, it's a sad time in F1, but it's going to be a happy time for the Effing Podcast. I was thinking about this.
You okay?
Yeah, so I was thinking how there's less to talk about, obviously, with no races going on, but we're going to do soul searching and team building. And by team, I mean us and the listeners and Jake. Just kidding.
We're digging deep during summer break. Our goal is to, there's nothing to watch, but we're going to provide the entertainment. There might be an episode where we, do some ayahuasca and live stream it or something.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is coming. We're going to do the cave thing or whatever.
He's next week, I think. He locked that in.
Exactly. No, this is the time. This is like the grit, where their teams pull together. And I was thinking, too, in 2024, I believe the only month in 2024 that there's no race is February, with the exception of summer break.
Because of the new calendar.
Because of the new calendar. So with the exception of summer break, there's no race. There's races in every month with the exception of February. That means that this is kind of like our preseason. But of course, F1 is ass backwards, so our preseason is midseason.
Is the midseason.
Right.
And then the postseason is the preseason.
Yeah. So this is when we're doing 2-a-days. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm with you.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
We have some news. Do you have some news? You want to start?
Yeah. Some news topics. Got a couple here. I want to start with this one. So we've had a lot of banter, a lot of chit chat about Checo Perez. The guy's not worried.
Yeah.
Daniel Ricciardo's back. Yeah, Checo's fine. He's a lap behind Max every race. Interesting stat I got for you. 60% of Red Bull merchandise sales are sold in Mexico.
60?
65.
65%?
65%.
Whoa.
Of merchandise sales for Red Bull are sold in Mexico.
Okay, but are they Checo merchandise?
They have to be.
It doesn't specify?
But no, there's no check. But okay, if Checo wasn't with Red Bull, I don't think Mexico is going all out, balls to the wall with Red Bull merch.
Yeah, no, of course not. But how funny would it be though if 65% of the sales were Red Bull,
Max Verstappen,
but like 80% of that 65 was still Max Verstappen?
Dude, and then I did see too that when DR came back to the AlphaTauri team, that Red Bull launched new branding in the US where it was a photo of Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo on the Red Bull cans. So I saw a little tweet that said, watch out, Checo, Daniel Ricciardo's already taken over for merchandising. But then I read this and I'm like, you know what? I think Checo brings a lot bigger of a pull to Red Bull in terms of revenue than we really ever give him credit for.
Maybe. Also, just really quick side note, did you see that you were getting punked online for pronouncing it AlphaTauri?
How do you pronounce it?
AlphaTauri. I say AlphaTauri. But we're also dumb Americans, so we pronounce everything
AlphaTauri?
wrong. But there was a little bit of
Toro Rosso, AlphaTauri.
You got punked a little bit online, that's all I'm saying.
I also got punked because Oscar Piastri finished second.
Oh, I did see that
sprint
too.
race, and I think I said he finished third.
Yeah, well, who cares?
All these fact checkers out here.
Who cares? It's a sprint race. Who cares?
It doesn't matter.
It literally,
it's not real.
They don't care. Quick thing on the Checo point. That would be. It's a great point. We are probably underestimating his impact, globally. It is very funny to think about the idea, though, that all that merch is selling in Mexico. And
it's Max Verstappen.
Yeah, and it's Max's. So I think we should maybe do a weekly update. You know how stocks get ratings? We should do bullish or bearish on Checo's current standing in that Red Bull seat.
Yeah.
So from this news, are you currently bullish on Checo?
I'm more bullish than I was after reading this news. I would upgrade him from a B to an A. I don't know if that's how stockbrokers do it or Wall Street. They got AAA bonds.
So for credit ratings is what you're talking about.
Yeah, so he's not a junk bond.
Okay, so
he's not in the junk status.
Okay. He's no longer rescue financing.
Exactly.
That's good.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Okay, so to counterpoint that potentially, I saw some news that Perez's contract can reportedly be adjusted this month due to the fact that he's 125 points in deficit to Max Verstappen in the championship. Apparently, there's a clause in his contract
I saw that
too. It can be adjusted if his gap to Max is 125 points or more, and it is exactly 125 points at 12 races. So for that reason.
Junk status again? We going back to junk? We going back to 08 housing crisis here?
Okay, he's trash, but he's not garbage.
Yeah, he's like a recyclable.
Yes.
Like a nice Gatorade bottle.
Yes.
That you can just toss away.
Yeah, and by him, I mean like his not him as a person. Maybe him, probably not. I think he actually seems like a good dude.
He's a great guy.
Like, his odds of retaining this seat are currently the recycling bin.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay.
That's a good metaphor.
I had another piece of news. This broke earlier this week. Hugo Boss kind of being the lead candidate for taking over the branding for AlphaTauri's team next year. It was also mentioned that Orlen, the oil company, was kind of in the running as well. So I saw some pretty hilarious potential names of Hugo Boss, Orlen, Oil Company, AlphaTauri Racing, and just like some ridiculous names. I mean, it could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Trading a clothing brand for another clothing brand. Pros, Hugo Boss, cool designs, nice clothing. Con, Hugo Boss made the Nazi uniforms. Tough look.
It's a big con.
Yeah.
I don't know if the pros outweigh the cons in this situation.
It is, that's tough. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, so
No.
that's a huge...
It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it's a huge piece of Hugo Boss history that they were actually the producers of the Third Reich.
Yikes.
So,
yeah. Well, on that note, yeah.
you have something related? Really?
No. On an unrelated note, to that, that's fucked up. We all agree there.
Can we agree that we are confirmed anti-Third Reich podcast?
Yeah. That's
on record.
Yep.
Jake, put it on the record.
Yeah. I'll write that down. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. You didn't sound too confident.
Okay, but here's a question.
Hesitation to my answer.
Jake?
What do you think I'm pro?
I just need you to confirm that you are in fact not pro Third Reich.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Just
Good.
confirming.
All
Here's
right.
a question though, and then I promise we'll get.
Yeah, never mind. No, I'm not gonna say it.
He's very tall. He has very blonde hair
Yeah.
and very blue
eyes.
Yeah. So you're on watch.
I have brown eyes. So.
He does have brown eyes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No, we take it back.
Now that I haven't stared into Jake's eyes for a while.
No, they're dreamy though.
Yeah. Okay, you're on the watch list though.
All right,
right
on
now.
the watch list, yeah.
Here's a quick question though. To that point, if they do switch to Hugo Boss, do I have to stop being a fan of the team?
Well, okay. I think it's kind of weird that you said one clothing company to another. Because technically, sure, AlphaTauri makes clothing, but like, does anyone know that?
Okay.
Does anyone?
But have you ever looked it up? It's actually really cool.
Some of their
It's
stuff's
just
cool.
Really expensive.
Yeah, it's super expensive.
So
and also,
American fans, none of you wear AlphaTauri.
No, I don't know if does anyone wear AlphaTauri though?
If there is a single fan, and I feel
like the only people that are gonna wear
fans.
AlphaTauri clothes are fans of F1.
Yeah, and I actually feel gross referring to people listening to our show as fans. That was disgusting. We're like friends. I think we're like pals.
Yeah.
I don't.
They're
like that.
homies.
Yeah. We're like tight like that.
Yeah.
If any of you own a piece of clothing from AlphaTauri, please let us know, and we'll give you some type of prize if you can prove it. I don't know what it is, but if you can prove that you own,
you'll get a signed photo of Bo and I,
and
that you can hang above your fireplace.
Yes. Yep. Done.
Okay.
We'll mail it to you.
Yeah.
Easy. That's so easy.
And an Olive Garden gift card.
No, that's your payment, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we paid Jake in Olive Garden gift
He
cards.
exclusively gets paid in Olive Garden gift cards currently.
He's got a lot of them stocked up. Dude, on this AlphaTauri news though, they supposedly are running the RB19 next year.
Yes, I heard this
which
as well.
Which is Red Bull's current car that they're using. They're basically just going to give him that car, it sounds like. So, also next year, there's chance that it'll be Red Bull 1-2, Hugo Boss 3-4.
Here's a question. If Checo loses his seat to Hugo Boss, but it's the RB19, did he really lose his seat?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a mind explosion.
Technically, what if though?
They could literally keep his same physical seat.
Put it in the same car.
Maybe that's how Horner will justify it. He'll be like, look, Checo,
you're not losing
you
your
didn't
seat.
lose your seat.
Or maybe there's a world where
Nazi now.
he goes from his car to Max's car. Because everyone's like, is Max's car that much better?
Oh.
So that in that situation though, that would be a seat change. He'd lose the seat.
That's true. TBD.
Yeah.
I have one more piece of news.
Yeah. What you got?
So Christian Horner, actually, talking about the growth of F1 in America. He did not mention the effing podcast, which I think is a huge L and a huge miss on his part. Soon. So I think we're like one or two Antonio Brown, Alfa Romeo jokes away from getting onto his radar, I think. But he did say, if you remember Austin a few years ago, we had to get Taylor Swift to get a crowd there. Now she's lucky if she's allowed in. It's changed so much. Las Vegas will take it to another level. So anti-Taylor Swift, which is a dangerous sentiment to hold. If there's one like fan base I'm not trying to beef with, it's the Swifties.
The Swifties are hardcore.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Yeah, like
You know what some of the cringiest shit that I see though is the guys that propose
is
it Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
Love Story or whatever it's called.
First time I saw it, I was like, that's kind of cute. Then the 50th time I saw it, I was like, all right, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
First of all, like
also T Swift is
she
probably
can go wherever she wants.
She can go, she can do whatever. She can walk on
if
water.
Taylor Swift wanted to buy Red Bull Racing tomorrow, she wouldn't have to buy it. She could honestly walk right in the door and be like, "Hey, Horner, you work for me now," and he'd go,
"Yeah,
yes, ma'am."
Like that's a hot take from Christian Horner.
And I'm not
I don't like Taylor Swift.
Well, I'm like this is similar to the Lewis Hamilton take, and maybe I'm just like middleman here on the fence. I respect her. I'm not like going out there spending $3,000 for her concert. One thing I did see though online, and it was a really good point, is she must have she's essentially a professional athlete. Because she is singing. Have you ever seen what her shows look like?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, they're 3 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
She does an insanely long track list, and she's dancing and doing all these outfit changes and heels, and she actually sings. She's not lip singing, to my knowledge. And so, if you think about the endurance that it takes to do that night after night after night, she's basically a professional athlete.
Yeah, sure. I would not go that far.
I think you need to spend more time.
I don't think she's a professional athlete.
No, I think
is she in shape? Sure. Could she run a 5K? Absolutely.
No, but I think her muscular endurance is
equivalent.
Yes, is like professional athlete status.
Yeah.
But then, look up more film from her show.
So then, what sport do you want her to play? Like, what sport do you think?
Well, no, but but basically, what I'm saying is, I think what she's doing is essentially a sport.
So, but what you're saying though too is that Lizzo's a professional athlete. Then
no, but Lizzo is not. Lizzo's too busy fat shaming her own community apparently to be a professional athlete. No, that's a great joke, and you're baiting me so hard. I'm not going to do it.
No, I see what you're saying. T Swift is more of a professional athlete than
I just
other
think that
artists.
If you look at her shows and what she's actually doing, and then you think about the fact that she's doing it for that long of a period of time, that many nights in a row, and she's in heels.
Bo, you went from saying you're not a Swiftie to sounding like the biggest Swiftie of all time.
Maybe I am.
True.
I think you are.
True. Am I a Swiftie?
It's okay. It's okay.
Is this a safe space?
You can be a Swiftie.
Okay.
Not safe. This is not a safe
space.
This
is a safe space, though.
For Swifties, no.
I disagree. You know what? Screw you guys. I'm a Swiftie.
You are. Yeah, Bo's a Swiftie.
Bo comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what shirt he's going to be wearing next episode.
I wonder too, Jake.
I
wonder too.
Yeah. We got to. Good luck buying that merch, though.
I'm not going to have to buy it. Taylor Swift's going to send it to me.
True.
Obviously.
Yeah,
$80 T-Swift t-shirt.
All right.
I got 2 contract news.
Okay.
Real quick. Silly season is upon us. Contracts are starting to shake out here. I called this earlier. Go back 3 episodes, listen to it. 23 minutes in, I said this.
You actually looked up the time?
No, but it's probably around there.
Because I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. But if you'd want to, Signs reportedly signed a pre-contract with Audi in 2025. So pre-contract doesn't really mean jack shit, but it means more than not a pre-contract. So
it confirmed means more than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a non-zero chance.
Yeah, probably an 80% chance.
Okay, that's a lot higher than not zero.
Yeah,
I get your point.
As long as Audi continues with F1, I see Signs going there, and then Leclerc on this Ferrari kick signed a 2-year extension with Ferrari.
He did, which you did call. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it makes sense. Here's the thing: he wasn't going to go anywhere else.
No,
he's from Monaco. That was his team, his whole life that he wanted to drive for. He got there. I can't picture being in his shoes and getting there and then throwing it away. You know, even if it's tough, it'll be so much more respectable if and when he turns it around.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I don't know how he feels about this 2-year extension. Part of me is you're with Ferrari, the most iconic team of F1 of all time. That's sick. You should be excited about this 2-year extension. But the way that Ferrari has been running their team, treating their drivers, having literally no strategy for every race, it's frustrating for him and Sainz. And they verbally say it over the mic the entire race. It's kind of one of those happy but oh fuck kind of things where he's I guess, I guess I'll sign a 2-year with Ferrari.
But
when has it?
Where is he going to go though that his situation's going to improve? I mean, I understand
Mercedes.
Yeah, but then what is he number 2 Is he even number one at Mercedes? First of all, who does he replace? Is he replacing Lewis in this
He
scenario?
would replace Hamilton when Hamilton retires, which will probably be in a year and a half.
Is he even a number one over Russell? Because I'm not convinced.
Fuck yeah, he would be. I think Russell is like a... Yeah.
I'm not convinced that that's true. If we're just talking about pure like raw talent and ability...
Leclerc all day.
Sure, but... We know that that's not how it works, and there's a lot of politicking involved. And I just feel like Russell is so deep in Toto's pocket. You know how in jail
they've always had like a weird dynamic. Those two.
Yeah, you know from your experiences going to jail. You know how when you're in jail, the guy like
has a bandana.
He turns his pocket inside out and has another guy hold it.
Yeah, sometimes if you're lucky, you get two pockets that you get a hold.
Which, Mercedes currently has two pocket holders.
Yeah.
Well, if they lose one pocket holder, he still has a pocket holder. And Leclerc is not going to be a pocket holder initially, probably.
I think.
And actually, if you think about De Vries, he might actually have 3 pocket holders currently.
I think Leclerc's a pocket holder with Ferrari now, though.
No, see, I want to say no. I want to say he's more in charge, but he's not. So you're right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I see your point. I think they're going to turn it around at some point, and he will have a good career with Ferrari, and it'll be more impressive that they had these down years and he figured it out.
It'd be way more impressive.
Right? Like, I think that's what he's going for, and I think it can be done, basically. Yeah, that's all I had on news. Do you want to let's just jump into season recap, kind of where are we right now as we're in the very beginning stages of summer break, silly season. Talked about this a lot on the show. Max Verstappen, good driver. Guy's fast. He has led... So far this season, he has led 567 laps, with the next closest being Checo at 127 laps, with the next closest being Leclerc at 12 laps.
Nice.
Others who have led laps, George Russell at 6, Lewis Hamilton at 5, Lando Norris at 4, Alonso at 3. Wow. And that is just laps led.
Wasn't there a series of 3 races this season where he led every single lap for every single race?
Yeah, I believe so.
I also saw his average points per race is more than what you get for getting first place. If you look at sprint races that he's won,
because
fastest laps, he's averaging over 25 points a race.
Yeah. If you win most races and sprints and get the extra point fastest lap, you could actually average greater than a win every race. Yeah, I did see that as well. And
he's got to have over 80% of the points this season.
It's
insane.
So give me like a NBA, NFL comparison of like this season with Max Verstappen. Like, I don't even know if there is one.
It's averaging a triple-double every day, but you're not just averaging a triple-double, you're putting up 45 points.
Yeah.
You know the season that the Patriots won every game, then lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
It'd be like if they won the Super Bowl that season. It's not even fucking close.
Yeah. But maybe even worse.
It'd be like that. It's like when Roger Federer was how he used to dominate Wimbledon every single year, where you just know.
Talking about tennis? Are you kidding me? Right
now? You guys aren't tennis guys.
The average American fan.
Yeah.
It's like Pete Weber in the PBA Tour bowling. He's gonna get a 300 every time.
Who do you think you are? I am. Yeah. Okay. Everyone here better know that
Max
Pete
Verstappen
Weber is the GOAT.
Is the Pete Weber of PBA. PBA? PBR? No, PBR is bull riding.
Yeah.
I actually met a pro bowler this last week golfing.
A
pro bowler?
Bowler.
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah. It was fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really. Just kind of never met a pro bowler before.
I've still never met a pro bowler, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I guess like my degrees of Kevin Bacon, though, I now am connected by 1 degree to a pro bowler. So that's a thing.
We looked him up. He's real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like Red Bull's dominated this season. It's stupid.
It's Mike Tyson in the ring, Buster Douglas. Like it's...
Yeah, what about Michael Phelps?
Floyd Mayweather.
Michael Phelps?
Floyd Mayweather never lost a round.
Yeah, it's Floyd Mayweather.
Paul too.
It's oh my god.
Did he?
You're fired.
I think so, yeah.
No, I thought
he didn't.
I thought Logan Paul beat him.
No, I'm pretty sure he did.
No, he didn't beat him. Shut up.
I think he did.
Enough.
That doesn't count if he did.
I know for a fact he did not beat him. This is a ridiculous conversation.
It'd be kind of like
Jake, you look like are you cousins with the Pauls or something?
No.
You kind of do look like him.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
I used to get that a lot actually.
Yeah.
Call me
humble
Jake.
brag.
Hardly. All right, let's see here.
You'd be like Tiger Woods.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, Prime Tiger.
Yeah. Or Serena Williams, to bring this back to tennis.
Hold on.
Or
it is really important, actually, that we bring this back to
tennis. It'd be
tennis,
like Wayne Gretzky and whatever team he played on.
Wait, yeah, maybe you're right.
I know.
Yeah,
obviously, I'm right.
Obviously, we're right. Yeah.
Obviously, Floyd Mayweather, the greatest boxer of all time, arguably.
I don't really see it.
But Jake Paul is one of the greatest of all time, right?
He fought Logan Paul.
Jake Paul and Logan Paul? Oh,
They're different guys.
They're the same guy.
Yeah.
They're clones.
Really quick note on this.
No, I have no further comment.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you. That's good.
All right.
Another note on this. I actually thought of a better comparison. He's Joey Chestnut in the hot dog eating contest.
That's a really good way to put it.
Who is, by the way, the greatest athlete of all time.
Yeah, after Taylor Swift, of course.
Right.
Right.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Right. Taylor Swift, number
Taylor
one.
Swift, Joey Chestnut.
Number two. Max
Michael Phelps.
Verstappen and Michael Phelps are tied for third.
Michael Phelps
Lizzo
when he's hitting the bong.
Lizzo, where does she fall on that list?
4.
I mean, that's a lot. You got to be pretty athletic to move like she does with,
Well, no, I don't know, Jake. Please tell me more. No,
Yeah,
stop.
this is
Okay.
a move.
All right, moving on. Let's look
Yeah.
at the actual constructor standings. Red Bull's in first, 503 points. Mercedes in second, 247. Aston Martin in third, 196. Ferrari in fourth, 191. And this is really kind of the only race anyone cares about right now as far as the constructors goes, is Aston Martin, Ferrari, McLaren.
Mm-hmm.
That is really, this race for third is the most interesting thing happening in the constructors right now. Well, it's the second most interesting thing happening in the constructors right now behind the race for 10th, which is marking our tattoo bet.
Which is still not going to happen, dude.
It's obviously going to happen.
No, it's not. I mean, like this season, like we got to just erase Red Bull because they're going to win every race from here on out. I don't think Max is going to lose another race. And it's going to come down to Mercedes, Aston Martin, Ferrari, and McLaren. And which one of those teams is going to step up for the next half of the season? It's like we've talked about this all the time, dude. What I think is super interesting too is this battle for third for the drivers. Alonso with 149, Hamilton with 148, and then you got a big drop from Leclerc, Russell, and Sainz, 99, 99, 92. Norris sneaking his way back up in there also. So like the interesting thing to watch the rest of the season is going to be, unfortunately, the battle for second and third in both the constructors and in the drivers also, which is what it is. But dude, we have, I think, one of the tightest battles for the best of the rest that we've ever had in F1 history, where like if we truly did remove Red Bull from this, it would be
actually
like
pretty interesting.
It would be one of the most craziest seasons of all time.
Oh yeah.
But like Red Bull is here and they fucking dominate and they're the Taylor Swift.
Can we just all agree to just ignore
performing.
Max for the rest of the season and we'll just
we should do that.
Wouldn't it be kind of funny?
We should do that. Whoever gets third wins from here on.
If you're third, you're first.
Yeah, third is first.
We talked about this a little bit in a previous, I think it was last episode, when we were talking about how F1's one of the only sports where a really dominating performance like this is actually annoying to watch, where it's awesome in other sports. We got to just find a way to make it awesome. Maybe we should just, as a community, we give up on the season and we just push for the most ridiculous lead of all time. We want to see Max win by 2 minutes every single race, and just push it so far that it's unbelievably ridiculous that we will be able to benchmark this as the worst annoying season to watch ever. But then here's the thing. Then you know what the floor is, right? If this gets really bad to watch, then you know what the floor is.
It's only up.
Right. So next year we have a lot to look forward to.
And then also it's like we could say, man, it was kind of a disappointing race. Max won by 30 seconds. And what a normal person would think is, it was a boring race. What we're saying is that there wasn't enough domination.
Right. He didn't lap literally everybody. Right.
Yeah. I kind of in for it.
You know what I mean? If you just lean into the turn.
Yeah.
This is like in cars, you got to turn right to go left.
Mm-hmm.
We got to just embrace the suck.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Like, what's his name? Lightning? McQueen?
You know Lightning McQueen's name?
I've never seen Cars.
What?
Yeah.
That's
crazy. I just know when he goes, holy Porsche.
I cannot believe you haven't seen Cars.
Nah.
All right. We're going to watch Cars.
All right.
What a casual F1 fan. Haven't even seen Cars.
I don't even know what NASCAR is.
Do you even watch F1?
I don't,
Have you ever seen Cars? Have you seen The Fast and the Furious? Because now I'm really
actually,
starting...
No, I haven't.
What?
No.
Now I'm just starting to question if you're American or not.
No, I'm definitely American.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I remember. If you go into the bathroom American and leave American, what are you doing while you're in the bathroom? European.
Whoa. I did not know where you were going with that, but I'm really glad it landed.
All right. On that. What else you got for the season? Well, I guess, dude, what are you excited to watch when we get back to racing?
It's really just that race for third in the constructors. I know we just talked about it and it's a little cliche at this point. That's really the only thing, and making sure that I don't have to get a tattoo at the end of the season.
That's all I'm watching at this point.
Yeah, I mean, there's other things to look forward to. I mean, okay, we have McLaren that's really starting to take a run. Yeah. I think we're going to see both Norris and Piastri on the podium multiple more times. We have the race between those two and Alonso. Who are we going to see on the podium more times? the rest of the season, Aston Martin or McLaren, which is basically those two versus Alonso.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Sure.
Will we see anyone besides Max or Sergio win a race this season?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it'll probably be...
We've gone halfway through the season and we haven't seen it yet.
No, we will. And I think it'll either be Russell or Hamilton.
Okay.
Probably. But yeah, we'll see it.
Are we going to see a crazy race where a non-top 4 team podiums? Let's say if you look at the constructors, Alpine or lower, because Ocon did get a podium in Monaco. Do you think we're going to see another Alpine, Williams, Haas? I don't think Alfa Romeo or AlphaTauri are going to podium, but do you think there's going to be a race where we see some crazy mix-up? I fucking hope.
My heart says yes. I hope so. My brain says we're probably not going to see it. No. Unfortunately. I would love to see it. I'm not confident that we're going to, but something to watch out for. And I know we're kind of grasping at straws here to make this interesting, but unfortunately, that's just the reality. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is the good part about F1, and this is why we lead with news in every single episode. Even though we're pretty confident the races are not going to be what we want them to be for the rest of the season, there are so many things that happen around the track, between races, that make it interesting to follow and watch. And the sport is not just about the race on Sunday.
I mean, it's good enough. They should make a TV show about this.
We should pitch that.
We should pitch this to someone.
I mean, Netflix would
pick
that,
it up,
right?
They'd pick it up in a second.
Right? Why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's going to be called
F1 and things and stuff.
Race to Live.
Oh, that's good. I was thinking more like cockpit for... Race to Live is good.
Yeah.
Race to Live is good.
We landed at Race to Live. Okay.
Yeah, Race to Live, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to run with that.
Race to Survive could be kind of good.
I don't like Survive.
Drive to Live?
Nah, I don't like Drive, really.
Okay.
Or Survive.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, we'll get there. Well, you know what? We're going to have our people meet with their people.
Yeah, no,
and
we'll have a spitball session.
Yeah, this should definitely be a show.
Yeah.
What's like the shittiest streaming service that we can pitch this to?
Paramount?
They have some sneaky good stuff. I was thinking like Peacock.
I don't have either, so...
Okay, Paramount's sneaky, not that bad.
Yeah?
Yeah. Shout out Paramount. No free ads.
I feel like the GOATs are Hulu, Netflix. I mean, Netflix is the GOAT.
Peacock's lit, though. Peacock's free.
Are you a Peacock guy?
I like The Office.
Office is good.
That was a huge L by Netflix, was dropping The Office.
Yeah,
that was actually
they had no choice.
It's like $5 a month, and you get like the bonus, like the rest of the season.
Bloopers.
So I actually haven't watched anything on The Office or anything on Peacock besides The Office.
So if you were ranking Peacock from S tier to F tier, where would you put it?
Well, I mean, if it didn't have The Office, it would be like probably like an F. You get tons of ads, like whatever.
Oh, you have to watch ads?
Yeah.
It's an automatic D.
Well, it's free. I mean,
here's the thing.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
If you haven't seen every episode of The Office at least 7 times by now,
I have.
Then that's a problem. So yeah, I don't need Peacock. I don't need Peacock because I can just relive The Office in my brain because I've seen literally every episode 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But okay, I can understand that point. Moving on, F1 things and stuff and things and stuff.
F1 and things.
And things. So this week, F1 things and stuff, we are doing F1 things as college things in the United States. And so just to kind of reiterate the reason that we do F1 things and stuff, it is because we understand that our American fan base, and by fan base, I mean friends, damn it, I said it again. And homies. Our American homies who listen to this show, we want to help bridge the gap between American culture and F1 culture. And we think the best way to do that is to relate things that we know to things that we maybe don't know as well quite yet.
Through F1 and things and stuff.
And things. Exactly. So this week we have
F1 things
and stuff,
college things.
As American college things.
All right. We got, how many are we doing? 5 each?
5.
Okay.
You lead it off.
You want me to start here?
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. So Bo mixed this on me 10 minutes before we started recording. So I got a good one I want to kick this off with. All right. I don't know if I want to say the F1 thing first or the college thing first. I'm going to say the college thing first.
Okay.
So college thing, rushing a frat or being hazed. All right. That's my thing. And I
had this on my list.
Did you?
Yeah.
I have that as the Red Bull number 2 seat.
Okay. I like that. So
do you want me to explain why?
Yeah,
I mean, if you've ever rushed a frat or like hazing's illegal, and anyone that's in a frat out there, like we all know no one hazes, and no one ever partakes in that. It's illegal and it's frowned upon.
And neither of us would have ever joined
it's illegal,
groups that
Bo.
do that.
Yeah, it's illegal.
Yeah, you definitely can't do that. And if you did do it,
you should go to jail,
right?
And hold reverse pockets.
Yes, and you definitely shouldn't get off the hook for stuff that probably happened but didn't happen because it's wrong.
And so, like, if you ever rushed a frat or were not hazed, that's what it feels like to be in the Red Bull number 2 seat.
Right.
Because you are in the hot seat. Nothing you do is correct. You are in it. And then typically, though, like if you rush a frat, you join the frat. This is kind of a weird world where you join and then you get kicked off. It's kind of like a pledge that doesn't make it, I would say.
Yeah, they want you there because they like you, but then they love to hate you.
That's like what being in a frat is.
Yeah, okay. If hazing was real, which
it's
it's obviously not.
No,
you know, as
illegal.
Men who've been involved in fraternities ourselves, it's definitely not a thing.
No,
that
these
happens.
hands don't haze.
Yeah, that's a good saying. I haven't heard that one.
No?
No, but they definitely don't. And these paws don't pledge either.
I've not heard that one because I don't think it's real.
I just made it up. Okay, my number one. I did have hazing as an honorable mention. Mine. Can I permission to throw an honorable mention out?
Do your number one first.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. My number one was it was a little bit of a duo. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm switching my number one. My number one was Lance Stroll as the entire Ivy League.
Oh. Okay.
Basically, he has this seat because his dad bought it, and as of recent years, beyond what we already knew, just in general, the Ivy League is essentially a lot of different people who are buying their spots. Right?
Yeah.
And as somebody with experience in this who didn't buy their spot, still paying for their spot, actually.
Wait, but where did you go to college, actually?
Oh, you haven't heard of it. It's
it's a random Ivy League school. It's just
I don't know. What?
I'm gonna make you go. Yeah, I'm gonna have you go on an adventure to land.
I'm surprised you haven't mentioned yet what college you went to.
No,
yeah.
Because first time I met all the time.
First time I met Bo, he's like, "Hey, I'm Bo. I'm a 30-year-old and I went to Cornell."
Yeah. I'm not 30 yet. Easy with that.
You did go to Cornell, right?
Yeah. I went to school. It's a school. It's in New York.
Ithaca.
It's upstate New York, so not a city. It's in Ithaca, private school. It's been around for a long time. Colors are red.
Yeah.
Bear, that one show. The Office. There's a guy who went there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of sucks in that show, though, doesn't he?
Yeah. So I went to Ithaca County Community College.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, fun fact, I did
Transferred in.
I did do a year at community college.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't? Yeah.
No.
So I actually did a year at community college. I did a state school semester, and then I did the Cornell education.
Nice.
So I have had the full gamut of experience.
Yeah, well-rounded.
Anyway, Lance Stroll as the Ivy League, I think is just a match made in heaven.
I kind of like his dad as the Ivy League almost better.
Okay. The Strolls.
The Strolls is the Ivy League.
The Strolls are the Ivy League. That's a good one. What's your number two?
Okay, so I went with the Big House, Michigan's football stadium. I said that as Silverstone. That's like the pinnacle of the F1 season.
Okay.
That most fans that are fucking crazy, everyone looks forward to Silverstone. The announcers literally go off on the term Silverstone. They go off on every corners. Go off as in like,
you know
what I mean?
Yep.
Michigan, Big House, Silverstone.
Okay, that's solid. I like that one. My number two, I have Lando Norris as all communications majors. Basically, all majors that are not real majors.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Is Lando Norris.
That's fucking good.
Right?
Yeah,
and I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. He's a guy,
that's funny.
He's performing and he's out there, but he's just having a really good time.
Dude, the thing with communications majors, and no offense to communications majors, it's a major where it's like you're getting that major, you're going to college for the experience.
Yeah, you're having a good time.
If you're a communications major,
you know what I mean?
You're there not to get an education. You're there to party.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, though, the joke's on everybody else because 9 times out of 10, with the exceptions of the doctors, lawyers, and engineers, those communication majors are going to land the same jobs as the econ, finance, sometimes accounting, management, whatever, who are all high and mighty.
Marketing.
Yeah, those communication majors are going to pretty much land those same jobs, but they're going to have so much more fun than you along the way. That's Lando.
That's a good pick.
Lando is going to have as good of a career as Charles Leclerc, but he's going to have way more fun doing it. Right?
Yeah, Charles Leclerc is like a pre-med student.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a pre-med.
He's grinding.
Yes,
he
wants to become a
his life.
surgeon someday and reach the pinnacle. But it is like
he's working.
Yeah,
Lando's
going to fishbowl night at the local bar. Shout out Level B Ithaca. Now I'm just gonna never shut up about going to Cornell.
No.
You
please.
did it. You did this.
You don't already.
You did this. I've never mentioned it before. You did this. This was not me. So shout out to that. Yeah. But Lando's going to fish bowls and Char is hitting the sim. He's with Max. Max has been there for 5 hours, right?
Yeah. I missed the reference.
Okay, it's fine. Let's just move on.
Okay.
What's your number 3?
I can do something really mean about Cornell, but I'm not gonna. So I put Valtteri Bottas as ITT Tech.
Okay.
Remember like the ITT Tech commercials?
Phoenix Online?
Yeah, because Valtteri Bottas to me, he's kind of like an off. He doesn't really fit the mold of most drivers. He's kind of a different cat, kind of a dirty guy. And I was just trying to think of like a good tech college that I think he would go to. So yeah, Valtteri is ITT Tech.
Okay, I can see that. That makes sense. I don't. It just makes sense.
Yeah,
it's one of those things that's just they fit.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 3, I have Alonso as every 5th-year senior.
Oh, that's good. Good.
He's the guy that everyone likes him.
He's old.
He's old. Everyone likes him. He had a prime. Like his prime was awesome. And like the 5th-year senior who hangs out with you and your crew was awesome in their prime. Mm-hmm. And now they're out of their prime.
But they're still cool.
Right. They're still cool because it's just a 5th year.
They're maybe buying you booze.
Yeah.
They know how to get chicks.
Yeah. It's their 5th year. So it's like they've been around the block, but they're still like cool. But then they get to their 6th year and their 7th year. Mm-hmm. And then it gets sadder as time goes on.
But that 5th year.
Right. So Alonso, he's not sad yet.
No.
But
also, most 5th years are communications majors.
Whoa. It's a good point.
Yeah.
Honestly, is Lando a little Fernando-ish? Fernando?
Lando is like a 2nd year, but he's going to do a victory lap.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So that tracks.
Yeah, that tracks.
All right. What do you got? Number
that's a good pick.
4? You got 4?
I like that. I picked Alonso as Joe Burrow, but that's not my pick. That's just who I had.
Okay, you're just making note of that?
Yeah,
just for the people?
Just noted,
Okay.
Everyone. Let's go with Lewis Hamilton. He's Duke basketball.
Oh.
Did you have that one?
No, I had Duke basketball though.
Did you?
I did.
Who'd you pick as Duke basketball?
Just use your alternate.
I had two different versions of Duke basketball. I had Max Verstappen as Duke basketball.
Yeah.
Which it kind of tracks with Lewis. But then I also had Toto Wolff as Coach K.
Coach K, yeah, that's good. I had Toto Wolff as someone else, but yeah, Hamilton is Duke basketball.
Was it Nick Saban?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same we did not discuss this. Yeah.
No. Hamilton is Duke basketball. If you love Duke, you love him. If you love Hamilton, you love the guy. But if you're not a fan of them, you fucking hate their guts.
Yeah. You're just over it.
You're like, it's time. Time for a new team, something else. And now we're getting that new team, and we fucking probably hate it more. I don't know. But yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Are we on my 4?
Yeah, that was my 4th.
Okay. My 4 is Danny Ricciardo as Southern Sorority Rush.
Okay, go on.
So, you know those Sorority Rush videos
that
are just like singing, dancing, clapping, and just, they're like a little cringy, but everyone looks like they're having a really good time. And for some reason, they get crazy amounts of views online.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, Danny Ricciardo, if he's that.
He's Bama Rush.
Yes.
He's Russian Zeta.
So I actually had Bama Rush on here, but I wasn't sure if I was going to use Bama football.
I think
so he is essentially, Bama dash Rush. Southern Sorority Rush.
So I don't know why I'm on Bama Rush TikTok, actually. Jake laughs.
Who's surprised?
You gotta know what.
Not me.
You gotta know what the APs are up to and how the pledge class is looking.
Sure.
The parents are paying $5,000 for sorority consultants.
I was just gonna mention that.
Yeah. I've heard of this. Yeah. That's unbelievably ridiculous.
It's insane.
But that tracks though. No, Danny Ricciardo is Sorority Rush.
As Bama Rush, Sorority Rush. Are we doing a 5th one, or should we just start rattling out some honorable mentions?
Let's just hit our honorable mentions. What you got?
All right, I have George Russell as Harvard.
I like that. He's a Harvard guy.
He's a Harvard guy, kind of a square, but just super posh.
That,
he is.
He's posh.
He's a fucking square. He's an L7
is that how Harvard is to you?
What is it then?
Man,
It's better. It's better than Cornell.
Yeah. Cornell's all the people that didn't get to go to Harvard.
True.
Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Listen.
Or I thought Yale was that.
Well, no. Harvard, Princeton, Yale are like
the top
their
3.
own category.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're HPY.
HPY?
Listen, if you're HPY, Harvard, Princeton, Yale.
Oh.
You are like Ivy League of the Ivy League. Everybody else is kind of just there.
Yeah, you're Ivy League, but you're not.
And then it depends. Like the rankings beyond those.
Where does
3.
Stanford fall in all that?
I mean, Stanford's not in the Ivy League.
No, I know. It's a joke.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm really glad.
Yeah.
Don't make me really like douchily defend the Ivy League. I don't even talk about going to Cornell. Dude, Stanford's not part of it. Okay, it's okay.
Don't mention them.
Stanford, you can't sit here. Stanford is a better school than Cornell too, though.
Is it?
It's ranked higher.
Okay.
I'd much rather go to Cornell.
I'll rattle these off. Alonzo's Joe Burrow. McLaren is Ohio State. Toto as Nick Saban. This would have been a good one. Haas as the Stanford Tree.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Those were like my honorable mentions that I had.
Okay. My honorable mentions are the Monaco Grand Prix as Mifflin - whatever your school's big block party is.
That's fun.
Mifflin is the huge block party for the University of Wisconsin, for those who don't know. Every school has their thing. Right?
Iowa State, Visha, shout out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cornell Slope Day, shout out. I promise I will not mention Cornell again this episode.
Mentioned Cornell 20 times.
All right, I'm never doing it again. Maybe not never, but definitely not today. So Monaco GP as your school's big
Party
Halloween
week.
block party, whatever it is. Yuki as every freshman ever. Specifically, he's like a red shirt freshman.
Okay.
You know?
No,
I
I don't think he's like athlete worthy though.
No,
I think he's a
Yuki, perpetual freshman.
Yuki's the freshman that has the lanyard and the map.
Yes.
He's like walking around.
But he's like he's a good student, you know?
Ew, well, of
he's
course.
just like a good guy.
Yeah.
But like you're bringing him to his first party. You know, like this kid's
first
never
beer.
he's never had a beer and then he goes off the rails.
He's like, how do I play beer pong?
Yes. What is beers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do I play beers? Exactly. And then I had frat hazing, which obviously isn't real. So
No.
hypothetical
If
frat
it was,
hazing.
it's from
right.
movies.
Yes. As sprint races, which also shouldn't be real.
Yeah.
But they
Yep.
are, unfortunately. So, because I basically feel like I'm being frat hazed every single time.
If you were to know what that even felt
like.
like.
Right. If I had to guess what it feels like.
It'd be like watching a sprint race.
If I had to guess what it would maybe feel like to be hazed, if that were a real thing that happened in real life at real fraternities.
Yeah.
Then.
Which it's not. let's just let that be true.
Obviously, it's not real.
No.
That's what sprint races feel like.
Yeah. I do end up paddling the ass quite a bit on sprint races, so that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that's F1 things and stuff.
Yeah, F1. All right.
That I think that our homies, our listeners, we need a name for our community.
We do.
For the effing podcast. So this is another thing. I think there's been multiple things this episode that we've asked the community for help on, but this is going to be another one.
Yeah. The Cornell these?
No, that's not going to happen. So I do think, though, that through this F1 things and stuff, we've gotten a little bit closer and we're slowly gaining a better communal understanding of
what this is
the
all about.
Culture.
Yeah,
right.
I do too.
And with that,
is it a wrap?
I think it's a wrap.
Yeah, I think it's a wrap. We'll see you guys next week.
We'll see you guys next week
on the grid.
Let's do this. We hope you enjoyed the effing podcast. Check out our socials for additional content, and we will see you out on the grid.